guys, this is Nomad, your source for unconventional knowledge and answers to your existential thoughts and questions. So basically I just want to take you through what kind of vision I have for this. I've noticed that there's this lack of a type of channel or a source for people to connect and communicate with each other of their own existential crisis. So I kind of just want to walk you through how I came to doing this, my thought process along the way. So this being our first video, I kind of want to just lay out what kind of things I'm going to talk about and what we can experience together. Really, I've noticed in our mainstream society and through our schools and our systems of education, we're taught how to function in this world. We're taught how to get a job and exist in this society, in this world that we've created. But a lot of it does not touch on the topics of how to exist, what it means to be having this experience as a human on this planet Earth, and what role do we play in this world that is beyond society and that is beyond any kind of manufactured or ascribed roles that we have in this world. So what I mean by that is, I really want to tackle some big questions and hopefully provide some answers. And if not answers, then maybe just let people know that they're not alone in this journey, and they're not the only ones with these kinds of thoughts. Because for a long time, I thought I was alone and thinking these kind of things, and I've met a lot of people who were as well, and that can be like living in your own personal hell, that you think that nobody else is on the same brainwaves and same frequency as you, and you're the only one going through this kind of experience, and that there's nobody to relate to. And our Western conventional science and medicine has nobody that can really understand what's going on. So I guess a lot of it is coming from more Eastern philosophy. I really just want this to be a source for people to realize that they're not alone in those thoughts. And I'll try to basically just talk through my experience, my human experience, dealing with these kind of thoughts and the struggles that come with it. I'll say why I'm doing this. It's a good question. To be honest, I can't really tell you why I'm doing this. It's just this feeling that I've had for a while now. It comes and goes in waves. I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a person that likes to be on camera. So for that reason, I'm just gonna try to be as transparent as possible. Yeah, I don't have any fancy camera equipment or anything. I'm just a regular old human, just trying to share his experience through this new digital age. And I mean, if this technology is here, we might as well use it. And the best way I see to use it is to connect to one another. So that's my goal in doing this. So one thing that I ask you is to not take anything that I say as absolute truth, and to break it apart, just internalize everything that I say and make your own conscious evaluation of your own opinion, because at the end of the day, you're entitled to one thing in this life, and that is your opinion, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Be mindful. Don't try to just come off aggressively and start judging me, because I don't care if you're gonna judge me. Honestly, if I'm gonna put myself out there on the internet for billions of people to see, I'm already past the point of people judging me and putting hateful comments on me or whatever. So you're really only hurting you. You can't let that negative thought patterns cloud your mind, because nobody wants to live with hate in their life. Nobody wants that consuming their mind. I don't know if I'm just rambling at this point or if anything that I'm saying is making sense, but I'll try to clear it up a little bit. So some of the experiences I've had with these existential thoughts, some of the big questions like, why am I here? Who am I? How did I get here? Why are things the way they are? Questions that that nobody can really tell you the answer to, because they don't know themselves. It's just something that you have to figure out on your own. And I'm not here to tell you the answers. I'm just here to tell you that there are answers, and I encourage you to find your own answers to your own questions, because my answers are not going to work for you, and everybody has their own unique experience with their own problems and questions and struggles and their own answers and etc. So some of the things I've gone through and I've struggled with in the past is I'm just watching myself, not really in a very hyperdimensional out of body experience, but more it's just I just kind of am behind myself, I'm just kind of watching myself go through life like it's a movie or like a flip book or something, and it's just a story that I'm just playing a role in. A lot of what I'm saying might not make sense, and that's okay. But if something that I'm saying resonates with you, that's great. That's all I'm really looking for here. So, but if it's not, then I'll try to clear it up a bit. Alright, so maybe everything I'm saying is really confusing. I've never been good at explaining these kinds of things, but I'm never gonna get better if I don't try. So, here I am. So basically what I'm talking about is, if you've ever had this feeling, this thought, that something that you can't explain, but you can feel it. You feel it down to the core of your being. Something that just drives you mad, like a splinter in your mind. This thing you can't explain, but you can feel it, that it's there, and it does not go away. The more you try to not think about it, or whatever you try to do to distract yourself from it, whether it's consumerism or alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever, it is always there. And no matter what you do, you can't get rid of it. You can't purge that thought. It's just, it's part of you. You don't know what it is, but it's there's just something not right about the way things are, about this world we live in. It's something is just off. And I don't mean like a light switch kind of off. I mean something that's just shifted. So I've kind of personally thought about it as comparable to being in love, not in the sense that the romantic, gooey, cuddly feeling, but more of that kind of feeling that nobody can tell you that you are or aren't feeling that it's just something that you know it to be true, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Nobody can ever tell you that you're wrong or it's wrong. They may try to, but they're just trying to project fear and doubt into you to get you away from this truth. I think it's, whether it's coming from some outside source or if it's biologically hard-coded into us, it's part of this experience. It's a necessary component of evolution in nature that we have to figure out what the hell is going on here. I just want to drive home this one message, and that is, I'm done hiding. I'm done protecting myself from the world in fear that once I put my thoughts out there that I will be hurt by them or something, because I know other people think that out there. And I encourage everybody to do the same. You know who you are, that I'm talking to you right now. That if you're going through this existential crisis of starting to wake up or starting to see that things are not right, or you've been waking up, or whatever point you are on this path, and not saying that it's a linear path whatsoever, because it's really not. You're not alone. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. The truth will prevail. Be excellent to each other. And namaste.